Whoa, Jesse's losing his hair. I'm gonna look like a little baby. Where do you notice that I'm losing my hair?
Your sides?
I've lost it all up here, and the whole top is getting a lot thinner, you know? It's been a little over 6 months now since I've been using the iRestore Pro laser helmet thing, and I have a lot of thoughts. Hope this isn't too distracting. If you're too impatient to wait all the way to the end of what I'm sure is not gonna be a terribly short video, to sum it up, did it work? Not really. But there's still so much that I'd love to talk about, and I'll give you a grand reveal at the end of this. Can you get me that big package over there?
Too heavy. I can't move. Push. Got it.
How should we open this?
Nice. I wonder what's inside. Do you know?
Yeah, I do know. Oh, there you go. Oh, nice.
Muscles. What are these?
These are iRestore hair gummy vitamins for thin hair.
What? Are they for me?
No, they're for me. This video right here is brought to you by Storyblocks. I've been using Storyblocks on almost every single project that I've put out over the last few years, and that's because they have everything I need for my projects, from gorgeous stock footage to sound effects, graphic elements, motion and After Effects templates, and all sorts of other tidbits just to spice up your video. See, when I'm making videos, I feel like I've got the meat and potatoes, but what Storyblocks is the flavor that ties it all together. With their super affordable subscription options, you get access to unlimited downloads for both personal and commercial use. And what's more is they're adding to this immense library constantly so that you can make more delicious meal movies. Recently, Storyblocks hired 6 different LGBTQIA+ creators to help build out their footage libraries as part of an ongoing initiative called Restock, which aims to bring authentic representation to groups and communities that traditionally haven't seen that. And they're also doing the same with Black, Indigenous, and people of color as well. So if you'd like to learn more about Storyblocks, and in particular the Restock initiative, I suggest clicking the link down in the bio or going to storyblocks.com/Jesse Driftwood to find out more. It's good stuff. Click the link. Thanks, Storyblocks. I first noticed that I was losing my hair in high school, and at that point I had longer, shaggier hair, so it wasn't probably terribly noticeable to the people around me, but every time I'd shower and brush my hair and the hair would come out, I was honestly very self-conscious about it. And something I did for a while actually is I would stack up some encyclopedias under the foot of my bed, because I read, if all night when you're sleeping, if your feet are higher than your head, more blood flow will go down towards your head, which will stimulate more hair growth. You know, I wasn't ready to come to terms with the fact that I wouldn't have hair forever. The first time I had ever heard of these style of helmets was on an airplane, on those like the Sky Mall shopping magazines. And I was thinking like, oh, if only I could afford that. And it took about 10+ years before I was at a point in my life where I could afford it. And thankfully I'm a YouTuber, so I could also kind of justify the purchase knowing I'd make a video about it. So on Black Friday of 2020, there was like a $400 off sale going on, and I figured I'd order one. This is what I ordered.
What is it?
This is a hair growth system.
So you can grow your hair?
I'm hoping to. As an aside, I did reach out to them to see if they would provide one in exchange for a video, and they're like, no, we don't do that, but you could set up with our affiliate program if you'd like. And I was like, no thanks. And so I decided to just order my own. About 4 months into the making of this video and the using of the helmet, iRestore did reach out and they offered me $1,000. And I said, absolutely not. Because the truth is, the entire kit that I ordered cost me $1,200 US after that $400 discount. So this was probably about a $1,600 purchase, and they weren't even gonna cover that. If they're gonna pay me to make this video, they're basically just buying their way out of me telling you some of the more negative aspects of the product. I'd rather tell you about those. This, I'll tell you what, might be what's known as a scam. And it might not work, and that's okay. I'll just shave my head. Should I shave my head again?
No!
Hi. Hi.
Your hair's really short.
What?
Look at your hair in the mirror.
It's all gone?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
No. Oh, it's really soft on the back.
Yeah, and go like this on the top. It's like spiky.
It's this
Do it again. Do it again.
My hair.
What happened to my hair?
Where is it?
It's in the garbage. You wanna touch it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's really good.
It's really good?
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
For the last 6 months, I have been very adamant about my usage of this helmet. Every other day, without fail, I wore the helmet for the 25 minutes. And every day I was taking the supplements and I was putting in the oils. And as often as I was showering, which was most days, I was using the shampoo and the conditioner and leaving them both in for the full required 2 minutes. And there were so many nights where I knew it was my night to wear the helmet and I just wanted to go to sleep. But I knew that if I was gonna make a video and tell you my thoughts on it, I knew that I had to use it exactly how I was meant to. So I feel like I have the full experience. I did everything I was meant to, and while your mileage may vary, this is my experience completely. So the package that I ordered included the shampoo, the conditioner, the oil, the supplements, the helmet, and an external battery pack. And I am glad that I ordered this kit because having the battery is, first of all, so much nicer than constantly being tethered to a wall.
Very cool.
And the reason this is so handy is because often I'd wear the helmet maybe when my wife and I were watching a movie or I was reading a book, and I still like the freedom of being able to move around, maybe go to the washroom, go downstairs, get some water, all that kind of stuff. But I also ended up using the helmet in all sorts of other scenarios. I've wore it while driving, while rip sticking around the house. I even brought it to an anniversary getaway at this little treehouse Airbnb my wife and I went to. Those are all kind of things I wouldn't have done had I had to be tethered to the wall. And so if you are looking to buy this, I would suggest getting the extra external battery. It lasts, I don't know, maybe 10 different uses before you have to charge it up. Battery is good. The shampoo and conditioner I actually quite like. They smell nice. I haven't gotten sick of them like I might with a more aromatic shampoo or conditioner. However, there is one thing that drove me nuts about these. The conditioner, which is a milky white substance, has the cap, which is a clear plastic. And the shampoo, which is a clear gelatinous substance, has the white cap. And other than that, the bottles look pretty much identical. It was honestly months of using this where every single shower, I would have to look down, grab them both, be like, which one is it? And then after read them, be like, that one's the shampoo. And I'd put it down. Eventually I realized I can just switch the caps.
Oh my gosh.
So then I would always put the clear cap on the shampoo and the white cap onto the conditioner. It's so logical that I'm surprised they didn't do this. If there's a reason, let me know in the comments, but whatever. To me, it seems silly. The oil that it comes with, I found is, pretty good. I'm quite sensitive to like creams and stuff like that. Not in that I break out, but it's icky. No, I don't like a lot of creams because I don't like feeling greasy or slimy or having something that's hard to wash off. But I did find the hair oil, especially when my hair was shaved nice and short. It went on really easily, came right off, it was water soluble. As my hair's gotten longer, it seems to sit in the hair for more amount of time, where I've put it in my hair and then I've gone to work and I get to work and I run my fingers through my hair. I'm like, ooh, that's oily. I don't know if that's because I'm using too much, but the shorter my hair was, the more I liked it. The longer it was, the less I liked it, but I never found it so terrible that I wouldn't use it. So the oil, sure. I don't know if this was thrown in because I got the whole bundle, but it did include 1 jar of gummy biotin vitamins. And I would like to say, sell those gummies. Like, even if you don't put biotin in them. They were so good. I frequently would eat a couple of the gummy vitamins and be like, should I have a few more? I didn't, but yum. Oh, do you see anything in there?
Yep, red lasers.
Yeah, you can see them there.
I want to look inside your helmet.
Other than that, we're left with, the main product, the iRestore Pro. And I would like to say, my biggest qualm with this product is that it's not cheap. And I can't say on an individual level if you could justify that price. For some, I think if they were to get the benefits that I have seen a lot of people have from this, maybe that's worth it to you. But here's the problem. It's an expensive product, but it feels cheap. It's very just cheap plastic. It seems more like an as seen on TV product. Like, for example, this remote, the beeps that it makes are truly the worst. It's the worst sounding beep I've ever heard. And as someone who would often use this at night when my wife would fall asleep beside me, she would frequently wake up, and I just feel like, you know, we could put a better sound in there. It could be like boop boop or a vibration. There's so many better ways to announce that the product is on or that the product is completed. Also, looks real silly. It looks cheap. I don't know what to tell you. This two-tone white and red, maybe you like it, maybe you think it's cool. It's not my vibe. They actually sent out emails over the last 6 months asking users what colors they'd like to see next. All of them had the same cheap, cheesy appearance, like something that you wouldn't expect from an expensive, higher end product. And as much as the aesthetics like shouldn't matter, and they really don't matter, you know, hopefully your hair grows back, something about the user experience of a product feeling more premium makes me feel more likely to either recommend the product or even feel like, I didn't waste my money, at least this thing's built well. But this feels like a thing that should have cost, you know, $80. I don't know how much these LEDs and lasers in here cost, but I think they could really up the quality of their product, because this ain't it. After 3 months of using this, I decided I was gonna shave my head again and see if I could see any differences. And honestly, I didn't. It wasn't that discouraging. And the reason is I had saw an Instagram ad that was promoted by iRestore, but it was someone's actual content, where she was saying at 3 months, she hadn't noticed any uses and she was discouraged, but it was in that 4 to 6 month period that she saw her hair really thicken up. And so even at 3 months, I remember thinking, it's okay, you know, this is just the beginning, slow start, finish strong. And so with a freshly shaved head, I decided I would set up a little time-lapse area in my basement so that I could take a photo every morning and every night of the next 3 months of growth. I was hoping to really see the thickening happening. What I wish I could tell you is that in this 3 to 6 month period, I saw dramatic growth and it was thicker and my hairline receded. Deseeded? I don't know. But the truth is, the videos I was putting out online between the 3 and 6 month period had the highest number of people being like, whoa, Jesse's losing his hair. Seriously, I have never seen so many people make comments about the fact that I'm, you know, balding as these last 3 months. Ow, that hurt my hemorrhoid. All right, so after 6 months of every other day by daily use, this is what it's looking like. Oh gosh, that's not a pretty sight. So here we are, you know, it's from this angle and this lighting, it's okay, but you can already see, you know, the hair itself is, to my eyes, it's as thin as it's ever been. It's not really any worse, it's not really any better. And while I can't say for certain that had I not been using this, I wouldn't have lost drastically more hair in this time, I will say, I don't think it really did anything. And so was it worth the $12.86.19 US dollars that it cost me? No, I don't think it was. What I have learned in this process actually is that I'm not my hair. And I'm also not 17 anymore. It's actually been kind of an eye-opening experience going through this for me, because every time I've shaved my head over the last year and a bit, it's been less shocking to me. The first time I did, I was like, oh my gosh. And then the next time I was like, You know, by the third or fourth time of just shaving my head, I just got to the point where I was like, yeah, that's what I look like now. That's just my head now. And even over these last few weeks that my hair's, you know, quite a bit longer, I've been thinking, I kind of want to shave it. Just shave it again.
You want a tough tuck this time?
Yeah. There are a lot of people that are gonna have probably a harder time with the process of losing their hair than I have. For me, what it did is it made me constantly stare at the top of my head and say, this is what I look like, and that's okay. I thought you left. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. You're great, with or without your hair. I think you're probably a cool person. So, don't let your hair define you. You are a brain and a body too, and a soul maybe, who knows? Not me.